When a young maid arrives at Mrs. Adesewa's estate, ancient village whispers awaken. Two souls drawn together by an invisible thread. Could fate be rewriting a story torn apart years ago? In a quaint, verdant village nestled at the foot of the Usambara Mountains, there lived a prosperous woman named Mrs. Adesewa. Renowned for her wisdom and generosity, she was admired by all. Her expansive estate was the heart of the village, its tall mango trees a haven for vibrant birds, and the beautiful gardens a delight to visitors. Yet, despite her wealth, Mrs. Adesewa bore a deep, hidden sorrow, the loss of her baby daughter many years ago. One humid afternoon, a girl named Nafisa arrived at the estate. She was small, with deep-set brown eyes that seemed to carry stories untold. Driven by necessity rather than choice, she had come to seek work as a maid. Mrs. Adesewa, struck by the girl's quiet dignity and determination, agreed to employ her, if only to offer a helping hand to another soul. Nafisa was diligent and hard-working, her spirit unbroken by the harsh realities she had faced. As she cleaned the spacious rooms and tended the gardens, her thoughts often wandered to questions of her own origins. Found abandoned as a baby, she had been raised by a kind but impoverished couple in a neighboring village. Mrs. Adesewa watched Nafisa work, her heart inexplicably drawn to the girl. There was something familiar about her, but she couldn't quite place it. She found herself spending evenings with Nafisa, sharing stories and teaching her how to read and write. In these moments, the grand house felt more like a home. One evening, as the sun set over the horizon, painting the sky with shades of gold and crimson, Mrs. Adesewa shared the story of her lost daughter with Nafisa. Her voice trembled as she spoke of the profound emptiness her disappearance had left. Nafisa listened intently, her heart heavy with the sadness of the tale. The seasons passed, and Nafisa's presence brought a new vibrancy to the estate. She and Mrs. Adesewa grew closer, their bond deeper than the typical relationship between employer and employee. To those around them, it was evident they shared an unspoken kinship. In the village, whispers began to circulate, fueled by the eerie resemblance between Nafisa and Mrs. Adesewa's late husband. The elders, guardians of the village's history, noticed and began piecing together the fragmented puzzle of the past. One misty morning, a village elder named Baba Olu, known for his wisdom and knowledge of the past, came to visit Mrs. Adesewa. His walking stick tapped against the cobblestone path as he approached, and his eyes, though aged, held clarity and purpose. As they sat under the shade of the great baobab tree, Baba Olu shared his suspicions. He remembered a time when a child, akin in age to Nafisa, went missing from Mrs. Adesewa's arms. The circumstances of the disappearance were mysterious, no clues left behind, save for sorrow and unanswered questions. Mrs. Adesewa's heart raced. Could it be that this girl, this young woman who filled her days with laughter and light, was indeed her daughter? The thought terrified and thrilled her. Determined to uncover the truth, Mrs. Adesewa confided in Nafisa. Together, they embarked on a journey to find the answers that eluded them. They would visit the couple who raised Nafisa, hoping to glean details about her origin. As they traveled, the rugged beauty of the land seemed to mirror their journey, a tapestry of shadows and light, of known paths and those yet unexplored. Despite the uncertainty of what lay ahead, their resolve strengthened as they leaned on one another for courage. Upon reaching the humble village, they were met with kindness and curiosity. Nafisa's adoptive parents welcomed them with open arms. Over shared meals, stories were exchanged, revealing bits and pieces of the past. Nafisa listened as her adoptive mother recounted the tale of how they found her. As an infant, wrapped in a soft, yellow blanket, left near the riverbank on a stormy night. Mrs. Adesewa clutched her heart, recognizing the very blanket she had wrapped her own daughter in on the night of her disappearance. Driven by this revelation, Mrs. Adesewa sought out additional evidence. With Baba Olu's assistance, they located the midwife who attended to her during childbirth. Though years had weathered her features, the midwife's memory of that night remained vivid. The midwife recalled the commotion, the arrival of a mysterious visitor who left as quickly as they came. She had always suspected the stranger was behind the baby's disappearance, but had been too fearful to speak out. Piece by piece, the puzzle was coming together, and Mrs. Adesewa's heart ached with both hope and apprehension. She feared believing something so precious, something she had dared not hope for all these years. It was time for truth. A simple but profound step lay ahead, one that Nafisa both yearned for and feared, a blood test to confirm their lineage. Days passed, each moment stretched by their anticipation. Nafisa found solace in the roofless sky, her heart open to whatever the future would bring. She found herself yearning for a family she had lost and never known. Finally, the results arrived. The village gathered silently, their breath mingling with the warm evening breeze. Mrs. Adesewa and Nafisa held hands, time suspended between heartbeats. The truth was undeniable. Nafisa was indeed Adesewa's long-lost daughter. A tide of emotions washed over them: joy, grief, relief, and an overwhelming sense of belonging. Their embrace was one of souls reunited, of bonds never truly severed, only hidden beneath layers of time. For those who witnessed it, there was no need for words. The reunion was a celebration beyond speech. As the stars grew brighter in the vast sky, Mrs. Adesewa and Nafisa sat together, speaking in whispers, sharing dreams and memories, weaving the threads of their lives anew. Adesewa learned more about Nafisa's life, her dreams of education, her desire to give back to the village that had raised her. Proudly, she promised Nafisa an education that would empower those dreams. As news of their reunion spread, the villagers rejoiced, celebrating the miracle of their story. It was a tale that would be told for generations, teaching the power of resilience and faith. Baba Olu, the keeper of history, smiled gently as he watched the village come alive with festivities. His heart was at peace, knowing one family's pain had turned to joy. Weeks turned into months, and the estate resonated with laughter and learning. Nafisa, no longer a maid, was now a daughter, a beacon of hope and the embodiment of a future untold. As Nafisa flourished, she helped Mrs. Adesewa establish a community center, a place for education and growth, where others could find the support and opportunities they needed to thrive. Their story, shared at the community center's opening, served as a reminder of destiny's unpredictable path and the strength found in unity and love. In the years that followed, Nafisa grew into a leader, her compassion and vision inspired by Mrs. Adesewa's unwavering strength. Their legacy was built on the foundation of truth and the family's boundless love. Nafisa often visited the emblematic riverbank, reflecting on the journey that led her home. Here, her thoughts and gratitude soared, and she whispered silent thanks to the winds that guided her. From a tapestry of uncertainty to a masterpiece of belonging, Nafisa and Adesewa's story was a testament to life's most cherished lesson. When hearts are open and honest, the bond of family can withstand time and trials. Love, unwavering and true, forever lights the path home. If this story moved you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful stories just like this one. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next one.